Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? My name is Little Merman, or Matthew, and today we are going to be talking about more of Call of Duty Black Ops 4's leaks. This one is going to be tailored towards zombies and sort of the storyline, as well as a tiny bit of the gameplay and sort of the way the story is going, and a bit about the development as well. There's a bit of a conflict there with Jason Blundell and stuff. I'm going to go into all that right now, but the reception on the last Black Ops 4 video was really good. I'm hoping for the same on this one, so make sure you do smash that like button. And there's some more campaign leaks and a bit about multiplayer, which I'm a bit disappointed about. I'm going to make a video on that one as well, so make sure you're subscribed with notifications turned on. So jumping into our source, it's a lad by the name of Matt Harris on Twitter, and this is a whole tweet thread. I'm going to read the zombies part out of it. I'm going to link everything, all the sources down in the description below, but the main part is anyway, this was transferred over to Reddit, to the Call of Duty Zombies subreddit, and a lot of people have given their opinions on that, and it looks like the most supported leak in terms of zombies, and it coincides a tiny bit from other leaks, so I think a lot of other people's leaks are sort of taken from this main chunk of information. So hopping straight on into it, Matt sort of kicks into the zombie section of his thread with, next I'll be talking about zombies, and of course after that my crazy claim that Blundell will be leaving after Black Ops 4 concludes. There will be at least 2 maps to launch with Black Ops 4, and both of them will be more ambitious than any other Call of Duty title to date. I'm just going to stop right there. There is a massive amount of pressure on Treyarch. Like they sort of started zombies, and they have to sort of do it differently and better than all of the other studios that are sort of replicating what they originally done into all the other games, because Activision are actually pushing for it. It's down to cause a lot of personality clashes, as well as a lot of frustration with sort of the zombies team, which I'm going to get into in a second, and even Matt here talks about it even more. So as pretty much everyone has heard by this point, one of those maps will be Mob of the Dead, but it won't be the Mob of the Dead that you know. It takes place in the real world and will unfortunately be played by the Tranzit crew. Yeah, they're back. The story of the map kicks off exactly where the comic books end. The Tranzit crew emerges from their pods on Alcatraz Island, and will then have to fight their way off of it. This all takes place in Monty's perfect universe, and the Transit crew were never supposed to be in it. So it's pretty much straightforward. It's picking up and it's around the lore of the comic books, which if you read the comic books, the ending of that sort of coincides with what Matt here is saying. They're the final link to the universe of all the last things, sort of bridging the gap between what Monty has done and what came before his actions in Revelations. They shouldn't exist, and with them comes corruption to the very essence of his universe. The universe around them begins to bend and buckle with the strain of them even existing there. The very stitching of the universe is made up by 115, and this starts to go haywire, once more resurrecting the dead and opening the gates to the universe's thought destroyed. And I love this next bit. They were Richtofen's ultimate fallback plan, and you'll play as them through the rest of the DLC in a quest to save the Primus and Ultimus crews from ultimate destruction. Meanwhile, I can't talk much about the secondary map London 1940s. It doesn't seem like much, and that's because it isn't, but it's all I'm allowed to let loose on, and people already know that London was a thing anyway. So this is sort of the part where we like see what we want, or we sort of hope for what we want out of these leaks. Like, I mean, the story coincides perfectly. I just wish that we were playing as our original characters. I'm assuming they're going to do it in the last DLC, or even the 3rd and 4th. That's when sort of everything is set right, and then that's when we do the final steps with our original characters. But it looks like the Transit crew are returning based on the comic book stuff, as well as everything lining up perfectly. Because that's sort of that's probably one of the only ways that they can go with sort of breaking the original loop, as well as sort of creating a problem story loop wise into what was set out at the end of Black Ops 3. And I'll go into sort of the issue with the crew and Blundell now. So Matt here says, the issue with ambitious projects like these upcoming zombie maps is that there are a lot of pressure onto the people working with them. Timelines get shorter, work gets harder, certain executives push harder and harder. The zombies team is in a very overworked state at the moment, and certain elements on certain maps aren't coming together the way that they want them to, especially considering they have to get it done for an even earlier release date this time around. Some people have even considered leaving the company, though that was just over a month ago, so things may have gotten better. Either way, Blundell is becoming a bit of an overbearing guy and has been sowing discontent into the morale of the workers. It's widely believed that a breakdown in communication and creative differences will be why Blundell is leaving after this game. The campaign of BO3 and BO4 were both primarily his ideas, and they've been scrapped both times now. And that's pretty much all that was written by Matt Harris, but all this lines up perfectly. I mean, if you have been following the storyline videos that I sort of have been putting out, it coincides perfectly with everything, as well as provides a bit of a gap in the story, which is where we then play maps through, and that's how they sort of connect all the games, because there's always been a bit of a gap and a bit of something we didn't know, and then we'd go back and play that in throughout the games, like, okay, there's this universe we have to do, there's this, but now we're playing sort of through Richtofen's backup plan, and that's how it sort of links to the whole story. There's a bit more information about campaigns and a bit of a conflict with the whole multiplayer, as well as sort of the popularity of battle royales and how sort of Treyarch and the development team were sort of pushed towards that end. But I'm gonna leave all that for a different video, so make sure you guys are subscribed with notifications turned on. I mean, this seems the most probable leak. I tried to get the juiciest one for you guys. As well as that, I'll link the subreddit, which a lot of people talked about, and they say it coincides as well perfectly with the story and the comics, and it all really does make sense if you've been following these games from Black Ops 1 like I have myself, even World at War, before the story was even a thing. But without further ado, I'm going to leave this video here. If you all did enjoy and want to see more videos like this, make sure you do have that like button hit, notifications turned on, as well as being subscribed. But you need to be subscribed to notifications on, so I don't know why I said that, but ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave the video here. Once again, peace out, thanks for watching, I'll see you all in another video very, very soon.
V's up, motherfucker, what it is. Visionaire, we taking over the whole biz. All over your city like we in a blow biz. Never go Hollywood even though when you show biz. Baby girl, I just wanna give it to you like you never